Hey y'all! How is everybody doing? Yeah. Can you tell I've had too much coffee? Hey, do you know what? On my little Keurig carousel, you can either get the little drawer that you put all the little Keurig cups in, or a little carousel. I think the box comes with a carousel and it has a certain amount of assorted Keurigs in that one. That's a great way to try it, by the way. I like the carousel because you don't have to pull out and stack and do. I like that it spins around and I can pick. But I've started putting in my little Keurig carousel nothing but decaf choices. Sometimes I have to have my raspberry chocolate truffle from Van Hout sometime. Or the chocolate raspberry. Raspberry chocolate raspberry. Anyway, it's yummy. Tastes like you're drinking a candy bar. So is everybody doing wonderful today? Well, as you can see, without my eye makeup on, this pick one would be one of the toughest ever. And that is to pick an eyeshadow palette. Now, as individual eyeshadows, that's a different thing. But for eyeshadow palette, it is a tough choice. It's one of three, actually four. But y'all know that I've always been, I'll start with number 4. Y'all know that I've always been a huge fan of Urban Decay, the Ammo palette. It was one of their first multi-palettes. It's got so many incredible colors in it. So I absolutely love it. But it's probably not something I'd carry in my purse. Second to that, I love Chanel. Y'all know that. For the longest time, my favorite palette was Mystic Eyes. And you know how Chanel changes up so much? Mystic Eyes is one of the few that they have kept because it is so popular. Then I made a boo-boo. I made it on screen with you guys. I had ordered a product and I did a Chanel unboxing. And so I pulled out of it, I think, probably some of the mascaras, some of the lip product, and an eye palette. And it was supposed to be, I don't know what it was supposed to be now, but what I ended up getting was Tissé Mademoiselle. And it's number 214. And good luck finding it, because it would be my all-time favorite. It is absolutely worn out. I love it so much. Here's why it's not going to make favorites, Chanel. You discontinued it. It's just like my eye cream. When you got a winter product, which I know about winter products, because sometimes, I work for Chick-fil-A and sometimes we'll have to get rid of a product. It's because it doesn't have enough sales to support keeping it. So I guess that's what happened. I can't imagine it though, because this is an incredible, just neutral palette. I mean, it's like perfect. And yet, because Chanel no longer carries it, it just can't be number 1. But it would be. So if you can get it, eBay or something. That's how I was getting my eye cream, but I don't like trying to get a product that's like my, go-to product. Not at the source, because for one thing, you don't know, is it the same product, and number 2, what are the odds that you're going to be able to find it. But there was another palette that I've talked about before that it just stood out, and I didn't know that this brand was so great. I tried it because it looked like a pretty decent, typical smoky eye brown. You got grays. Smoky eye just means that whatever the color is, it's a gradient as it goes up. Like when smoke goes up, it gets thinner towards the top. And people always think of it as it's a gray or a brown palette. This is a simple palette by Tom Ford. And it's very sleek, very beautiful. Tom Ford is an obviously very successful and incredible designer. This is 03 Cocoa Mirage, and it's just 4 browns. You could find this in Maybelline, CoverGirl, L'Oreal. I'm sure you could find this. That's not what makes this unique, because it's got a highlight, kind of caramel blending color for the brow bone to the crease, and then you have a crease color, and then you have a darker color that you can use anywhere from your lash line to your eyebrows, whatever. And this other darker color also has a little bit of a, I don't know, like a little bit of a pink undertone to it. So it's got, little very micro pink sparkles, but it's so satinized. It's so minor. You can't really tell. And that's what it is. This is so well blended. It's just blendable to put on. You can't make a boo-boo with this. And to prove that, since my eye makeup is not done, I'm not even going to use the primer. I had a primer, I think, that came with it, but I don't have it handy and I'm not going to use it. So I'm just going to go straight into my number one, if you had to pick one, eye palette for the eyes, would be Tom Ford 03 Cocoa Mirage. I know y'all are like, what? Mystic Eyes, what? Urban Decay Ammo. I know those were favorites for a long time, but this just has beat them out in blendability. And well, I'm going to throw in there, what do you call it? Spoiler alert, number one, if you could only pick one brush set, it would be the Sigma Beauty brushes. There's a lot of great brushes out there. I love my Chanel brushes. I absolutely adore my IT Cosmetics brushes. I really do. And maybe I just need to get a full set of those because I do like them that much. But since I do have several full sets of Sigma Beauty, and I'm not even a partner with them, y'all. I should be because I promote them so much. You know, I always talk to y'all about my extravaganza. They don't even make this anymore. By the way, I think they've got a sale on the gold brushes. That is the extravaganza. Well, it may not say extravaganza, but it's the gold ferrules, whatever you call these. That may mean it's going away, so you may want to get your favorite brushes. I don't think you necessarily have to buy a whole set. Buy the brushes you use the most. This is an E55 shader, and I'm going to use this in the highlighting color and tap off. The stuff's expensive, so tap off where it came from. And I'm doing this under the brow bone, and I put it on to make sure that I get it good and in the skin pores, especially since I didn't put on a primer. And then I start blending. But first, get it on there, or you just dust half of it off, y'all. There. So can y'all see good? There we go. I just make sure it's good and on there. Then I may wiggle it back and forth, make sure it's getting in the pores good, and then I'll blend it out. But you want to make sure it's on there really good. The color's on there. And I'm going to use that same color, and I'm going to just use the right side of this brush in here and go in the inner corner. See how I got all the way in there? That covers up that blue in there. And then I go to the inner lid and come up just a little. Actually, you know what? I think I can do the whole lid in white, or whatever this color is. It's like a creamy white. More of a cream, I'd say. And I'm going to blend that down a little better. And by going straight down like that, you get the top and the bottom at the same time, and you get right on that inside part of, what am I trying to talk about here? I don't know. Tear duct, there. But most people are blue right here where my brush is, and so go ahead and hit that. See, it looks funny right now, but you're going to blend it out. Go straight up and down over the tear duct, because that gets the top and the bottom at the same time, and then blend backward horizontally. And then get in front of that and blend that out. And like I said, I am going to go ahead and make this an all over lid color this time. Usually I will do something else, but I'm just going to make this all going to be beautiful creamy white. And then I'm going to go up right there just kind of to blend that out. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to a E50 Sigma large fluffy brush. And I'm going to this color. This is the best color ever created. It is a beautiful caramely brown. And dab it in there and just literally come right under the color you did and go into the crease. Go up to the brow and come down just once or twice to kind of blend out that area, and come from the outside in and blend backward. And then you may just kind of blend that right there. That's a perfect backdrop for what you're fixing to do next. So again, out, in, couple right there under the brow, and then back, out, in, and then kind of blend that out. Alright, then I'm going to take a tapered brush, tapered blender, and this is called Small Taper Blending Brush E45. And I'm going to roll that in this kind of, let's see, I'm going to use this color, this darker color. And I'm going to mostly stay out in the crease, that's where I'm going to put down. But then I'm going to look up so that I can tighten that area around the brush and it doesn't fly around a bunch. Okay, and then I'm going to blend that back. I should use the other color. And you know why? Because it blends so good. This is more sparkly. This actually was for the outer area, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Again, look up because you want your eyelid to your crease to kind of grab the brush, and when you look up it kind of grabs it. I am going to use a different brush. This is a weird brush for doing this, but I'm going to use a medium angled shader, which is an E70, and I'm going to go into this brown color. I think I should have done that first because I really want to show you all how well this blends. So I'm going to just go right over that. Look how good that color and the color above it blend. That is really good makeup, y'all. I mean, it is. And if I wanted to with the same thing, actually this is a great brush for this because it's angled. The butt of it's darker in the crease and the top's blending it, feather blending it out. But I did want to, again, I want to get this, just because it's got those really unusual hues. Tap it out good though. I'm going to get just the outer area and then once through the crease. Just the outer area like that and then through the crease. So you're making a really large V is what it's going to be. Now you want to blend that out, so I'm going to take a tapered blending brush. That's an E35, and if you want to have a blending color, then go back. I'm going to get some of the powder cut off of that. Go back to this, tap it off. Because it's a neutral color, you can blend right there at the front and right where you were with that color, which is the line between the brow and the crease, and that's all you're blending. You don't want to blend out this color too much or you will ruin this beautiful color. So you're just blending out the edges between that and the brow, which is where your crease color is. You're just getting rid of lines. That's all you're doing. Some people, I think, overblend. And I'm thinking, why did you put all that makeup on just to blend it all the way off? Now, it can have a very softening effect if somebody really knows what they're doing. But anyway, and then I'm going to use this short shader, which is an E20, sorry. And I use that same brown just to show you how versatile this is.